What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. Today we're going to go over the deck that I used for the tournament, the online tournament in January. So that was on January 23rd. The next tournament is going to be on January 27th online. So I kind of figure that releasing the video now would be good, so that there's not like too long of a break between the tournament games after. These couple of videos, we're gonna get more decks that are I build and test out that are not necessarily tournament decks but kind of more fun, and also I've got a new contender deck coming out, which will be not exactly sure on the timing of that yet, but it's just about to like the finalized process, and it's a pretty good one. Might not come as too much of a surprise for the kind of decks that I like to build, as we'll see today as well, but I'm excited for you guys to be able to have that available if you're looking to buy a deck and start off somewhere kind of like not quite competitive, but competitive with a budget, I guess. In this tournament, the online tournament, I decided to play LoC Only, kind of give a little bit of variety to the content that I'm recording for you guys. It's the last couple of tournaments. I just did regular Type 1 2-player. Kind of wanted to switch it up and also get those LoC promos, because those are kind of nice getting those. So you guys might be looking at the deck already and be like, wait, Jaden, we've seen this deck already, like this isn't new. Why aren't you changing up the content? Well, you're sort of right, but obviously LoC Only, a Postexilic deck, is going to look a little bit different from the regular like Postexilic deck that I've had on the channel multiple times. You guys are probably tired of hearing about, but I mean, it's something that I really like to play, and so I figured, let's try to make it work in LoC, because we definitely lose out on a few key cards that I think are really arguably crucial to the deck, like Emmaus Road for like the tutoring, the Soldier's Prayer, Angel of the Oak, all these cards that are like super fast, or get that super fast setup, so that we can just get going right away. And then obviously Joyous and Eliashib for that playing Feast of Boots pre-block from the discard pile. That is like, I lost out on that. I was like, how can I make a Postexilic deck with a similar theme if I can't get that pre-block play of Impartial Judgment over here with all of the Meek heroes out? Well, I was going to just do like some weird like Postexilic blend with maybe like some royalty or something, just to kind of try out Postexilic offense in LoC Only, because it kind of got a reputation as being like the worst offense that LoC Only produced, between like Abraham, David, and the royalty stuff, or I guess David meaning Ruth, Abraham, Ruth, David, royalty, David, all the other stuff, fun stuff that LoC came out with. So yeah, I was like, if we can't play it pre-block, then there's really no point in trying it out. Well, there actually is a way to play it pre-block that I didn't notice until I was building this deck, and I was like, wait, I can just play Ride Victoriously and, play Awesome Things, the other side. Play an enhancement on your Meek hero in battle. So you can do that before your opponent blocks. So basically you just have to go in with any Meek hero, and you can go ahead and play Impartial Judgment. So I was like, well, with that in mind, I guess we basically just build it the same way. We throw in a bunch of Meek Postexilic heroes. We throw in David and Jehoshaphat, because you kind of need them for the bouncing on Jehoshaphat. David is just good to help get things set up. He also grabs Matan in the reserve for some soul gen, which is something that you should really think about if you're making an LoC Only deck, really any deck, but especially LoC Only, when it's not going to be quite as fast paced as like a more top tier competitive deck, I guess, where you don't really have to worry about them having lost souls as much. But and also Eliezer in there. And then obviously Joshua is a key piece to the whole offense. So having Joshvat to ban to Joshua, and then you can, if you use Zerubbabel's Temple, you can just top deck Impartial Judgment from your reserve that way, draw it, band, and then play awesome things. You can also just do it the other way with playing Feast of Booths in battle and grabbing Impartial Judgment that way. So the maybe key differences are, since we lose out on the Joyda stuff and some of the speed pieces like A Soldier's Prayer, Emmaus Road, Book of the Covenant, that kind of stuff. We definitely have a bigger defense going on here. As you can see, it's primarily Philistines with this guy in there. I'll talk a little bit about him, why I decided to try him out. Maybe you can already figure it out looking at the reserve, but that was kind of the defense that I felt would be the strongest in LoC Only, just kind of like looking through them all. I mean, maybe like a Kings of Judah thing is better with kind of the meek lost souls and the protection, but just kind of based on what I think the meta is in LoC Only. I really just like the Philistines build with all the negates and that kind of stuff that they have. So let's see. So yeah, Lost Souls, we decided to use all of the special ability Lost Souls possible, so including these legacy rares and all the ones in the set itself, with the exception of the Complacent Lost Soul, because we want to be able to play dominance during battle, namely awesome things. So I decided to just put in one Meek Lost Soul, and maybe I can get the plus side from Zera with having that Meek Lost Soul in play at some point. So let's see, other differences. We have Book of the Law in there, obviously, for another bounce thing and another way to search cards out, I guess. They're, with all the bouncing stuff, it's pretty easy to make them block from hand. And I think since we lost out on Zechariah as kind of our secondary win condition, Windows of Narrow Light is a decent substitute for that. That basically gives the same effect, because all these guys, or a lot of them, I guess, are CBN or CBI. Jehoshaphat is not, so you gotta be worried or be aware of that, I guess. Usually Zechariah doesn't negate him, but Windows of Narrow Light will once you get the meek hero in battle. So yeah, I think that's still good enough. Getting David in there with some other big heroes is usually enough to get the job done. I put Builder's Sword in there too, because I figured having another negate would be good, and also another way to like bounce their defense to make Book of the Law useful, that kind of stuff, and also so that Impartial Judgment hits it, or hits it while it's in their hand, I guess. And then let's see, By My Spirit obviously fits well with Postexilic offense, is kind of like I'm not necessarily going to get all of the combo pieces early on, and so I need to kind of have a couple of backup plans. David's Descendant is actually another pretty nice one that you can play pre-block as well. If they've got super big defense, you can just play David's Descendant, wipe the board basically, or wipe out their defense at least, and that might be enough to get things done. And then another negate here with appointing judges. I think LoC Only, it's pretty important to have a lot of negates, because there isn't a lot of like CBI or CBN stuff enhancements wise, and that's also why I thought bringing Fear in Philistines would be pretty good, because bringing Fear just kind of basically shuts the entire set down, aside from a few like cannot be prevented options, I guess, that I don't know, By My Spirit or the similar cards, and like Israel's Bow, I think, is the CBP one. So Zera, otherwise the defense is pretty much just standard LoC Philistines. I left out like a Hazath and I think one of the other Philistine guys just because I thought they weren't quite gonna get it there for me, but I did decide to include Zera in there because cool little combo you can do here is Zera only bans to a generic warrior. It doesn't have to be any specific nationality, I guess. So Zera can ban to both Philistine armor bearer and Philistine commanders, who also one of the best evil characters in the set, I think. And then they can ban to Commander Fikal, who equips a weapon from reserve. It doesn't have to be on Fikal, it can just be equipped to any of your evil characters. So you can equip foreign horses or foreign spears, most likely foreign horses, to Zera and get the play first on one of your other black evil characters in battle. So I thought that would be something that was kind of fun to try. We'll have to see if it's actually worth it, but I think, foreign horses is just super good, and we don't have like Philistine chariot horses, obviously, so working with what we can in LoC, I think that this will kind of help us keep up with the brown and pale green defenses that have access to this really good card. Let's see, I think that's pretty much all to talk about in the deck. Everything else is kind of as expected, I guess. Like, if there's anything that you think I'm missing, definitely let me know. But let's just go ahead and get into the games. So there were only two other people who played LoC Only in this tournament. So it was Kai Murphy, which will be the first game, and then his son Sean, which will be the second game. You probably saw the results already, or they're posted on the boards and whatnot, so I will spoil it, I guess. Kai and I did end in a tie. We tied in our game, and then we both won against Sean by the same amount, which is, I think, pretty much the only way you can tie in a 3-player category. So yep, that's how they ended up. I won't tell you the scores or anything, though. You can wait to see that in the video. I will say I was pretty surprised about the decks I saw from both of them. Kai actually used a deck that was eerily similar to mine, and I was like, oh man, someone else is trying out Postexilics and kind of the splash stuff. It's a little bit different, not quite the same style that I build my decks in, but definitely still a good deck, and definitely made me wish I had ran Wall of Protection. And then Sean was running something that I guess Kai's other son, Aiden, had built that was kind of a splashy thing or a splashy deck that just kind of used some of the best combos and stuff. And Kai actually told me after the game that he was using Zera for basically the same exact thing with the foreign horses in the reserve, and so I was kind of like, oh man, everybody's like taking my ideas before I even had them. So I thought that was kind of cool to be able to see kind of a different approach to a deck, not just seeing like a Ruth deck or a Father Abraham deck, or kind of those different genres, I guess, or that people generally play, but kind of to see some variety. I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into the games. Alright, well, let's get started here. Alright, I got 2 Lost Souls. Ooh boy, you got a few there too, huh?
We'll just we'll put these down here right by your deck.
Further down.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then you'll have your evil characters and heroes for your territory.
guess I don't have to worry about not having any souls to go after.
Yeah, I was gonna say no drought for you. You shuffled a lot too, maybe too much, I guess.
Alright, so 2 meek souls, and then unfaithful thorns, and then the accusers.
Oppressed.
Or oppressed,
Oppressed.
okay. Then I have accusers, negate OT humans in battle, and then a meek lost soul. So I do not have any star abilities, so if you have any, then you can go ahead, Sean.
I don't think I have any star abilities I'd want to use.
Alrighty then. You can choose who goes first.
I'll choose for... to go.
You're going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak up just a little bit too when you're talking, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna talk just like you were talking to somebody in the same room.
Okay. Play Land of Moab.
Alright. Are you using the ability to search for a Moabite or Ruth hero?
Yeah. And just play one. Going with Isaac and sacrifice.
Alright.
That's it.
And just putting him down, or are you making a rescue attempt?
Rescue attempt.
Alright.
So same as a territory. So let's put him up here for like a rescue attempt. So that he's outside of the territories, just so that he can kind of see and know that. Okay.
Alright. And then let's see.
You started.
I'm going to block with aliens. I can reserve a card from hand to draw one, so I will reserve this card from my hand and draw a card. Then I will capture him to add my human imaginary to battle, and it just cannot be prevented, so it works around my accusers here. So we're capturing him to your territory, and I will add my I'll add my Philistine commanders to battle. But his ability is negated, so he's just a 7/10.
Okay, then I will play Jacob buries the idols. Negate and discard all idols infused by a Genesis hero. Discard a demon or convert a evil human to blue. Or convert you to...
Alright, so you're trying to convert my commanders, huh? I will play Bringing Fear. So if he's by a Philistine, negates characters, and good enhancements cannot be negated. So it puts me at 10-13.
I'll die.
Alright.
Discard back.
Well, that's pretty much out of the screen.
That's fine. Okay. Speak up. Okay.
Okay. And then it's your turn.
Alright. I'll draw 3. going to put down David, Outcast Refuge. And I'll play David's Descendant to take a good OT Fortress for my deck. So I'm going to take Zerubbabel's Temple. My Postexilic hero attacks, I can top deck a good card from my reserve. Each upkeep, I can reserve a feast or offering from hand. If I do, I can play a Lost Soul from a deck or banish an evil enhancement. And I'll go ahead and put the temple down. Let's see. Yeah, see what's in my reserve here. Alright, I will make a rescue attempt with David, and I will ban to an OT Red Warrior from my reserve, which will be Jehoshaphat the Meek. So, he's just Meek, and numbers are 1223, or 2023, sorry.
Okay.
Remember that OT humans in battle are negated.
Give you the soul.
Alright, puts me at 1. Keep track with these dice up here. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Reap.
Another Lost Soul.
Your turn.
Uh-oh. Didn't get to another hero, huh? Alright, so draw 3. Let's see, my star abilities are negated, so can't do that. Yeah, I suppose I'm going to attack with David again, and I will ban to Matan the Denigrated from my reserve this time. So another Meek hero. He's a 6/5 though, so I'm 16/16.
16. Block with her. You may draw a hero. Opponent may banish a card from matching brigade from hand instead. May ban to each sum. Cannot be negated if opponent uses the search ability this turn. I'll discard David.
Or so bounce David.
A bounce. Yeah.
Alright. David will be bounced. Or let's see, I can discard a card from my hand instead. Is that right? Banish a card and match a brigade from hand instead. Yeah, I think I'll just let David be bounced.
And then I get into Esau.
Yep. Alright, and then Esau, his ability is cannot be interrupted, right?
Yeah.
Yep, alright, so his ability will be negated by my Lost Soul here. Alright, so my initiative then.
Yes.
I'm going to play Builder's Sword. I'm going to bounce your Esau, then I'll increase my Matan 3/3. So that puts my numbers at 12, 10. Your initiative.
Think she's gonna have to die too.
Alrighty.
To do this last song.
Puts me at 2. And I will keep the sword equipped to Matan. I'm at 9 cards, so I will put down Abimelech, King of Gerar. Lets me play a Genesis Philistine from deck or reserve if a Patriarch is in play, and then I can ban to a Philistine. But it will be negated by my Accuser's Lost Soul if he's still there. So I will pass the turn.
3. I will put him down.
Alright. King
And
Sennacherib.
then it's your turn.
Alrighty. I'll draw 3.
With my hands. Let's see, based on
Alright, how many cards do you have in hand there?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 cards. Oh, so are you at... Oh, right, Land of Moab. That's right. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna put down Eliud the Pious, so another meek hero. And I will make a rescue attempt with David once again, and instead of banning this time I'm going to draw X, where X is the number of my meek heroes, so I will draw 1, 2, 3.
Dave.
So he is a 10 to 11.
Then
So you just remember that the OT humans in battle will be negated.
Okay. And I will go rock with Hadad the Exiled. You may banish a card from an opponent's discard pile or reserve if they control a king. You may ban to Edomite or Egyptian.
Alright. So would you like to banish from my discard pile, or let's see, yeah, David is a king, so you could do my reserve as well, if you'd like.
How about your reserve?
Probably a good choice. Alright, so we've got a Feast of Trumpets, Eliezer the Potentate, Bethlehem, Impartial Judgment, Goliath's Sword, Goliath's Armor, Foreign Horses, Foreign Spears, an Army of a Million Men. If you want me to read out any abilities, I can do that.
How about the hero in there? I can't remember its name.
Eliezer the Potentate?
Yeah.
Alright, so he will be banished.
And then I will ban to Esau since he's an Edomite.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So let's see, that puts you at is it 10-14? Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to play Feast of Booths. So let's see, I think I'll just banish your Basamath from your discard pile and draw one.
Okay.
And then if played in battle, I can take a good OT enhancement from reserve. So I will take let's see, how many cards are in your hand now?
Seven.
I'm going to take Goliath's Sword. So it lets me negate a card of a different alignment if bearer is discarded during battle. Opponent may take this card from your discard pile. So that puts me at 13-14, so it is a stalemate.
I will play Jealousy, Decrease. David, it looks like 4/4.
Yep. Okay, so that puts me at 9-10. So I will play Goliath's Sword, and I will negate Jealousy.
Okay, then.
So let's see, I guess Jealousy still does give you the numbers, though, so that puts you at 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm 16-16 now, so still your initiative. Or no, it's only your initiative.
I'll die.
Okay.
Give you this also.
Alright.
Keep my special abilities. But that's pretty limiting.
Alright. Alright, and for thematic purposes, I'll leave Goliath's sword equipped to David. And we'll put down an artifact. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Put down a couple more Philistines, Herdsman of Gerar and Commander Fikal. And I will put down another artifact and go to 8, so I will pass the turn.
1, 2, 3. Then I will put down the Horde of Scorched.
So that's the one that, does that prevent or protect? The first one.
Protect meek Genesis heroes from the first evil enhancement played by an opponent each battle.
Right, okay, cool.
Then I will go in with Judah.
Alright, and he is a 10-11 when he's meek. Is that right?
12-11, I believe.
12-11, okay. Big boy Judah. Alright, so I am going to block. I had David out, so I guess it's time to bring out Goliath. We'll block with him, so he negates band draw and play, and then I'll withdraw your Judah, and you can present a new hero.
And I will go in with him.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm a 10-10, so I believe that gives you initiative. Yep.
And I will play land dispute, withdraw all opposing characters to take a sight from opponent. I don't believe you have any sights out.
I do not, but I will, since I get special initiative, I will use Abraham's Deceit to negate and discard land dispute.
Yep, so then I will play Abraham's Ascendant and negate an evil enhancement or curse, bounce it, or take it. Hero may be into any number of Genesis heroes.
Alright, so the ban is negated, but you still get to negate my Abraham's Deceit. Would you like to bounce it, or would you like to take it?
I would like to take it, please.
That makes sense. Alright, so then it's going back to me being bounced. Or no, withdrawn. Right.
Yep.
And what are your numbers?
12-8.
12-8. Alright, in that case, I think I'm going to have to let that resolve, so Goliath will be withdrawn, and I will give you the Accuser's Lost Soul. So no more negating the OT humans.
And then it will be your turn.
Alrighty. Draw 3. Alright, how many cards do you have in hand there?
5.
5. I think what I'm going to do is yeah, so I'm going to activate Oath of Purity to bounce my David, and we'll bounce my Goliath, I guess. And then I'm going to activate Matthew's Begats on, let's do Eliud. And I will play Joshua the Restorer. So if a good card I own is top decked, I can draw 1. If attacking, ban to a Postexilic hero or play a good OT Fortress from deck or reserve. And then I'm going to play Root of Jesse. I'm going to banish it to protect meek heroes from opponents this turn. And then I will go to my rescue attempt. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to rescue with Matan, the Denigrated. So he is meek. I'm going to use Builder's Sword to negate your King Sennacherib. And then I will increase my Matan 3/3. And then I can trigger Zerubbabel's Temple because my Postexilic hero attacks, so I will top deck let's do Impartial Judgment for my reserve. And then with Joshua, I get to draw it. So this is the one that negates an evil card, and then each other player must discard X of their evil cards from hand and or battle, where X is the number of my meek heroes.
Okay.
So I've got a let's see, he is 15-13 Baton, who's protected from evil cards.
So 15-13. Protected from evil cards.
Mm-hmm.
Do this.
Alrighty. Puts me at 4. I will put down David as Meek. Put down Joshua the Conqueror. And I guess I'll put Goliath back down because you know I've got him. And I'm down to 8, so I'll pass the turn.
1, 2, 3. And then I will going with Judah, a substitute.
Okay.
That's my rescue attempt.
Let's see. And you've got that, I can't remember what that one's called, the lost soul that restricts the dominance during the battle phase.
Complaint, I think it is.
Complacent, that's right.
Yeah, but it won't.
Alrighty. Well, I will... So I'm going to go with Commander Fikal. And I can negate a good card, discard a good enhancement, or equip a weapon from reserve, and then ban to a Philistine. Except a king. So I'm going to equip my Goliath's armor to Goliath. And then you will ban 2 Philistine commanders. Withdraws all heroes except 1. Then you can also ban to a Philistine warrior. So I will ban 2 Goliath. And you will negate the ban on Commander Fikal, so Philistine Commanders gets kicked out, but his ability cannot be interrupted, so Goliath stays in battle. And then you will kick out Judah. And you can present a new hero. And then Goliath's armor is kind of the same thing as your Nahor. Protects character from the next good enhancement played in battle. Cannot be negated if used by a giant.
So, what all is Goliath negating again?
Ban, draw, and play abilities.
Okay. Then I will re-go in with no other righteous. You may convert this card to make to prevent cards. You may shuffle a card except a human. So I'll go to Meek.
Alright.
And then I will shuffle Goliath's armor.
Nice. Alright, so Noah's a 10-10.
10-11.
10-11, okay. And I'm a 17-17, so it is your initiative.
I will play Israel's blessing.
All right. Just for numbers.
No, it's 12-15.
All right.
Still my initiative.
Yep.
Then I will play King's Weaknesses, which would put me at 13-21.
Alrighty. So now we're in stalemate.
Yep.
I will just pass. So
I will go with play Israel's bow, which would put me at 18-21 then.
Alright. I suppose that's it's Israel's sword. That's the one that cannot be prevented.
No, it's Israel's bow.
Or yeah, I was just I thought that they were both cannot be prevented, but it's just Israel's sword that is. But it's still 5-0, so that's pretty good numbers. Let's see. You said you're at 18?
18-21.
Okay. I'm going to play Goliath's sword. So that puts me at 21-19. So we are back to a... or actually, no, I'm now defeating you because I've got 21 offense as well. So back to your initiative.
So what are both of your numbers?
21-19.
Okay.
So you need one more attack to be, or one more strength to be defeating me. And then one more toughness to not be, or to put it back in stalemate at least.
Why the Lord provides.
Alright.
Which puts me at 23-23, I believe.
Yep, and that one, let's see. So that one cannot be negated, so you can use the ability if you would like to negate.
Actually,
or...
that's optional, so you gotta negate an evil or neutral card.
Oh. Then I will negate.
It says if used by Genesis Hero, discard that card unless it is if you.
Goliath's sword, and since I'm on a Genesis hero, that gets discarded.
Yep. Alright.
No, it's definitely alright.
Yeah, let's see. Alright, well, hopefully that was your only negate. So I'm going to play Go Away. So I can bounce any number of heroes. Cannot be prevented if used by a Philistine. So I'm going to bounce, we'll bounce Noah and I'll bounce my Jehoshaphat as well.
Okay then, Noah goes.
Alrighty. Ooh, big numbers battles are always fun.
And then your turn.
Alright. I'll draw 3. Let's see, you've still got the one that's negating my star abilities, so that doesn't work. Let's see, how many cards do you have in hand now?
5.
5 cards. Okay. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put down Jehoshaphat as Meek. I'm going to play Zerubbabel's Plumb Line. I can top deck a good card from my deck if used by a Meek hero, and when I top deck it, I will draw it with Joshua. So I will take Zerubbabel the Builder. And let's see. How do I get around that? So that gets top decked, and then I will draw 1. Then I'm going to play Solomon's Dream, I guess, to take a good card from my deck. Probably could have saved some time shuffling, but... I will take... Right. I'll take Akeem the Compiler. And we'll go ahead and put him down to negate opponent's neutral cards.
Okay.
And then I played Damascus as a fortress. I'm going to move my Matthew's Begats to David the Anointed. And I will make a rescue attempt with Zerubbabel. I will convert him to Meek to draw 2. And then band to a Postexilic hero, which will be Eliud the Pious. And then, because of Zerubbabel's Temple, I will top deck Feast of Trumpets from my reserve, and then draw 1 from Joshua.
Okay. So, what are your numbers?
I'm 13, 11.
13, 11.
So we got a 12, 8, and a 1, 3.
Block with this guy. If blocking, you may take an OT site or evil OT fortress from reserve or an Assyrian warrior from deck. Take an Assyrian warrior from deck.
Okay.
If I find one. Not sure there are actually. Hmm.
$15-minute warning, guys.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, I will take the Rabasars.
All right. And he is a 4/3.
Well, and then I get to exchange this card with a Assyrian warrior.
Well, unfortunately, you can only the default target for exchange is only in play, so you're not actually able to go to your hand.
Okay. If that's the case, then what would be
on your search with Damascus, I'm going to draw a card.
Okay. So is it my initiative?
I'm going to play Chronicles of the Kings as a good dominant who will negate and discard all curses, idols, and evil enhancements. And the negate is ongoing, so it will continue to negate your enhancements. But then, yes, it is your initiative. So you need something that cannot be prevented or negated. Or some numbers, I guess.
Okay. And he'll die. And that's 5 for you.
Alright, good game. Let's see, 5-1, I think.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, Jake.
Unfortunately, you didn't get your heroes at the end there. Yep.
So I wasn't watching the whole time. I kind of bounced back and forth, but I think when Sean had done his attack with Noah,
Yep.
did he shuffle I think it was Goliath's sword?
Goliath's armor.
Goliath's armor. Okay,
Yep.
and then you had the other one in
Yep.
your hand. Okay. I was a little bit confused, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys because I wasn't watching the whole thing, so.
Yeah, no, so I equipped the armor to Goliath with Commander Call, and then banded to him.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep,
Just wanted to check.
Yeah. Didn't even get to pull off the little defensive combo I splashed in here with so I put in Zera the Ethiopian.
Uh-huh.
So he can he bans to a generic warrior, so then he can ban to, well, I see, I put Army of a Million Men in reserve, so I can ban to him. And then he also bans to a generic warrior, ban to not Commander Call, but Philistine commanders or Philistine armor bearer, and then exchange, get Commander Call into battle, and then I can exchange or equip the foreign horses to one of these guys. You get the draw 2 play first.
Yeah. So funny you say that because those are in this deck as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It seemed like Sean was having a hard time really getting started, especially. But so Aiden put together this deck, and he sees stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, and he remembers like what he needs to go to and everything. So
Sure. Yep.
that's interesting that you have that combo in there too.
Yeah, it was something that I like. I was looking for kind of other stuff to sort of switch it up, so it wasn't just like a straight up Philistines defense, which I mean it still pretty much is. Like that's kind of the only other addition, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to try out and get a little extra drawing and then kind of the play first thing.
For sure, I like your deck. I mean, it's cohesive. It's good.
Yeah, I definitely got a little bit fortunate in this game because I wish I had actually had this draw against you because I had a bunch of defense right away and then, basically just enough offense to keep attacking. Whereas, so that, since Sean didn't have as much defense out right away, just, similar to you not having defense in our game,
yeah,
I was able to get through